you get out of tomorrow?
Just to get better. You know, I'll be honest with you, I've always treated every orange and blue scrimmage or scrimmage that's like the orange and blue more like a practice than I have an actual game. You know, there's no scouting report involved. We're playing ourselves. You know, we're going to lift tomorrow. Normally we wouldn't lift on a game day. We're going to lift, and we're going to treat it as an opportunity for us to get better. We're going to show film tomorrow for the game. So for us, it's more of a day where we're trying to get better. I'm also anxious to gauge a little bit our conditioning level. You know, we have yet to go 3 or 4 8-minute scrimmages like we're going to do tomorrow, and so I'm anxious to see. You know, obviously the teams will be divided up. You know, we're healthy right now. Lord's blessed us with that, so we've got 2 teams of 7, and you know, we'll see if guys can hold up through that duration of that 3 or 4 minute 8-minute scrimmages. So I'll be anxious to see that for sure.
Tell us more about the format of how you're going to do it tomorrow.
Well, I'm going to mix the teams up. Again, for us, it's more like a practice. So I'm going to play different combinations of guys throughout the 8 minutes. And obviously in the scrimmages, I'm going to switch the teams. You know, the orange team will be a completely different set of guys for scrimmage 2, scrimmage 3, or potentially scrimmage 4. So same thing with blue. So we're going to switch it up and evaluate it and use it as an evaluation tool more than anything else.
Is it good for these guys to get in front of fans? I mean, a lot of these guys
Sure.
in front of
We've had a great build-up. You know, I thought that we had the coaches clinic last weekend. We had 200-plus coaches, and it was the first time our new faces in an Illinois uniform have played in front of people. And, you know, I thought we tried to do a couple things out of character. You know, so it's always good because it is different. So from that standpoint, that was good. And then yesterday was our first opportunity to be in here. So today's our second practice in here. And then tomorrow we have people here and exhibition game next week. So I like the way it builds up. You know, we kind of do that strategically as we prepare our team, you know, for the home opener on November 8th.
Try to keep it pretty basic in this kind of environment.
Oh, no question. Yeah, we're not necessarily because I want to keep it basic, but because we have to be basic right now. You know, we haven't mastered anything yet. Yesterday I noticed that Dustin spent 5 minutes trying to tell the guys where they sit on the bench. The 5 sits here, the 1 sits here, the 4 sits here. So it's like, as I told you at the press conference, in some respects, or in some regards, it's like elementary school. You know, you're trying to pass kindergarten to get to first grade, and then see if we can pass first grade to get to second grade. So, and that's okay. It makes it fun too. Challenging but fun.
Has anything surprised you from what you've seen so far?
No, I wouldn't say necessarily. We've learned a lot. Been a lot of different things that we've learned. You know, surprises. Steve, I don't know on that one. Not necessarily surprises. I do think obviously our what we need more, and we need more of our veterans to be more outspoken. We do. And I keep using the phrase with them, we need them to have meaningful communication with the 9 new faces. You take a guy like Joe, you know, I'm on Joe, and he'll be the first to tell you to talk more. Said to him the other day, you're older than me. You know, you've been here for 5 years. You've been through ups. You've been through downs. You've been through injuries. You've been through celebrations. You've been through bouncing back from adversity. You've been through all those things. What a shame if our older guys don't share those experiences with the younger guys. And I think they've done okay there, but we need more out of them in terms of meaningful communication.
What about the guys who have to sit out this year? This is kind of their one chance to kind of be in front of
It is, but we don't want them playing out of character. We want them to do what we do. You know, obviously, you know, for us, we're very fortunate and blessed in that, you know, the type of year that Ray had last year on the sit-out, you know, has set a pretty high bar, you know, for guys that sit out. And, you know, now it's up to Aaron and Ahmad and Darius to carry their end of the bargain on that deal, and thus far they have, but we still got a long way to go.
John, what were some of the responses from the guys the first time being here, kind of shooting around, that kind of thing?
Really didn't talk about it, you know, because we, in terms of they were looking forward to being in here. You know, obviously this is our home court, and we love coming over here as much as we can get in here. We love to do that. But those guys also know that, you know, we can't pick and choose venues in postseason tournaments. You know, we can't pick and choose venues, you know, for the Big Ten tournament. The Big Ten makes that decision. You know, we have to play away. We have to play on neutral courts. A lot of times you can't pick the time you play because of television. So we've got to be unconditional, and they know that.
Back to the communication piece. Have new guys or any of the younger guys stepped up in that area yet, or do you want to see that?
I think Tate is really gifted with communication. So I've encouraged him to continue to communicate. The other guys are starting to figure things out a little bit more each day. You know, I think in order to communicate, Marcus, you have to have a system of talk. You know, you got to have the desire to speak first, to open your mouth. And then the second thing is you've got to have meaningful communication. You know, for some of the younger guys, as they start to learn more and grasp the system at both ends, they'll be able to communicate in a more meaningful way.